And you find that in Prime Minister Modi, and I will say this up front before I even open up this conversation with Arnab. A leader of that nature, keeping a team of people working with him, gives the confidence to the ordinary citizen that you are in safe hands, we will work hard, there shall not be any corruption, we are clear where we want to go along with you. It's not a dream of the leader alone. People are also resonating that voice. So to be in that team, I feel very humbled and honored. And all the praise that Arnab might give me, saying, this is what you brought to this position, this is what you did. It's a big team under Prime Minister Modi. And it is that team which is delivering it. And I don't think personally and individually I am doing some miracle. No, it's a large team and a very firm leadership which says, let's go together. If there are little challenges, if there are, criticism, we'll take it in our stride. But it is that leadership, therefore, which gives me the confidence to tell you here as an answer to this question. We as Indians can be confident that we are being very clearly taken through a phase which is full of challenges. And it is only because of that in the last few years, and it is only because of that in the coming few years, not just my assessment, global observers of Indian economy have very clearly said, India is growing as the fastest growing large economy. It shall continue to be that next year. It shall continue to be that for the next year after that as well. These are not words which I'm putting here. And therefore, the one thing which I would say, even Arnab was asking me as I was walking here, saying you went to Mexico, you went to US, what is up? The first thing I will tell you, whilst Indian citizens are confident in the leadership, Indian citizens have voted Prime Minister Modi back for the third term because they want stability, they want good governance, they want a leadership which will place India above all. There are, of course, within India, voices which pull down our confidence. I don't know if I've said this once in
Briefly,
Arnab's own program. Sorry, I'm giving you a very big answer for this
I'm
question.
listening very keenly, ma'am.
In the Mahabharata,
Yes.
you would have heard how Karna's confidence was brought down only by Khan Barna, the chap who was with him as his Rathasarathi. By mistake came this side. He was meant to be there along with the Pandavas, but by mistake he's here. But he tells Karna, Arey, you won't win, yeah. You can't achieve this. You are not capable. Who are you fighting against? And again, continuously pouring that negativity, continuously pouring that pessimism, hurt Karna's self-confidence. He was as good as a warrior as Arjuna was. But that one draining of the confidence of Karna also contributed. I'm not saying that was the only reason, but also contributed to the less than great performance of Karna himself. Now, I'm bringing that example to say, while the whole world observes India, that against severe odds, which are globally everybody facing odds, not just India, India's own challenges are also there for us. We are somehow, along with the people's strength, moving forward with a clear leadership, stable policies, good taxation structure. Yes, we can do more for middle class. But with all this, we are able to move. But within India, there are many shalyas. So that brings your confidence down. I would appeal to everybody that these are not observations about India's strengths, achievements, and further possibility of higher achievements which are made by us. These are observed by everybody. So I would appeal through your program, Arnab, in answer to your first question, we need to have confidence in ourselves. There's a good leadership. There's a great understanding of how to take India forward. There will be challenges. There are questions about, no, burden is more on me, burden is less on them. We'll address all of them. But be confident that we are going the right path. We will achieve the destinations.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm so well started by you. And in fact, I do think that as we go from 3.7, 3.8, 5 trillion, 10 trillion, I always say this, and whenever I get a chance to the younger generation, they never take your growth for granted.
Yes.
And you told me this once when we met last time in the finance ministry, and you said that everything, Arnav, is well thought out. Do not assume that our policy post-Ukraine, I can share this with your permission. I was having a little informal conversation with the finance minister, and she told me that everything of our country's position on economic issues during and after the start of the Ukraine crisis was very, very well thought out. And the only thing that mattered for the Prime Minister was national interest, and national interest alone. Madam Finance Minister, now we are in a slightly different situation, and we have to, I believe, prepare for a post-Ukraine situation as well. We have a new president in the US, president-elect, who has committed to ending the war within 24 hours. Even if it doesn't, it's almost seen as a certainty that it will end. My question to you is, what will the post-Ukraine economy look like? You know, we have done very well in this period during the trajectory of the war. Should the trajectory of the war change? And because we took certain decisions, like we became the second largest buyer of Russian crude oil. Our refined oil exports went up massively to Europe. You know, our exports of fuels like diesel to the EU surged by 50-60%. We benefited from that. A follow-up question is, and what every observer will want to know, Madam Finance Minister, is, should the war end? Should the trajectory of the war in Ukraine end? How does our economic policies, how do our fiscal policies, and how does our approach to the world change after that? Will we have to do some resetting?
See, I think it is not just the Ukraine war, even very many other developments which happen and which keep happening make us continuously be dynamic in our decision making and keep resetting.